The date is the 24th of November. My name is Ed, and welcome back to another preview review for Rastakhan's Rumble. We got 10 cards to look at, so let's just jump right into it. First up, we got Spirit of the Raptor. Spirit card for Druid, 1 mana 0/3, stealth for 1 turn. After your hero attacks and kills a minion, draw a card. Does Druid really need more card draw? Trump made the comparison that it is odd cost, so you can put it into some sort of odd Druid. With the upgraded hero power, it's much more viable in the early game. With that said though, it really starts to fall off towards the mid to late game really quickly because the minions just get bigger and bigger usually. And that's usually not something, you want to punch usually. Grifta, 4 mana 4/5 neutral legendary, battlecry, discover 2 cards, give 1 to your opponent at random. I do not see much hope for this card. It's a weirdly designed card. I like the design of it, however, it also has like a bit of mind games to it in a way. Because even though you don't get to choose which one you keep, here's the thing. You know what your opponent got, but they don't know what you got. You know both of the cards, your opponent only knows one, and that's the one that they got. It should be noted that the 2 cards that you discover are neutral, so you don't have to worry about like giving them class cards or whatever. That said though, it's a very situational card, I'll give it that, because it really just depends on your discover. It seems unlikely that this will see play. It's a better yet worse Chillwind Yeti, because you're giving your opponent a card, but you're also getting a card. It seems mediocre at best, in my opinion. Arcanosaur, 6 mana 3/3 Mage Elemental, battlecry if you played an Elemental last turn, deal 3 damage to all of the minions. So the obvious comparison to this is Duskbreaker, which is a 4 mana 3/3 for Priest that provided you were holding a dragon. This is for Mage and it's more along the Elemental side of things. Elemental mages are usually more tempo oriented. The thing about Duskbreaker was that it was basically a Hellfire, if you will. But the thing was, you were more likely to play if you had an empty board. Arcanosaur is more so about, you had to have had your elemental that you played last turn die off if you're more likely to play this card. It seems very situational, in my opinion, too much so that it won't see play. That's it though, I do think it's a powerful card, I just don't see a use for it entirely. Baraki Battle Axe, 5 mana 3/3 Paladin weapon, overkill, give a minion in your hand +2/+2. So the comparison that Trump also made to this weapon was Brass Knuckles, which was for Warrior. This one has the ability to give you a ludicrous amount of value, 5 mana to give 6/6 stats across 3 bodies, but you do have to still kill off 2 health minions. It does have the flexibility to kill off 3 health minions, but a 5 mana 3/3 weapon is pretty at best. I don't even think this will see play in Odd Paladin. I think you want this specifically in a hand buff Paladin deck. Totemic Smash, 1 mana shaman spell, deal 2 damage, overkill, summon a basic totem. I don't really have too high of hopes for this card. It's a 1 mana deal 2 with the possibility to summon a basic totem. It's basically if you played a totem and you tacked on deal 1 damage to a minion. But it does combo well with Spirit of the Frog. 3 mana 0/3 stealth for 1 turn. Whenever you cast a spell, draw a spell from your deck that costs 1 more. So the idea is on 3 you Spirit of the Frog, turn 4 you Totemic Smash, and they play a 2-cost spell, and then you just keep on like going in this spell tempo oriented direction. It seems interesting. It could pave the way for a new shaman archetype, which I'm excited about. That said, it just feels a bit weird, I guess, I don't know. Grim Rally, 1 mana warlock spell, destroy friendly minion, give your minions +1/+1. Oh boy, have I got the comparison for you. I've heard, apparently there's a fair amount of hype surrounding this card, a fair amount of unhype surrounding this card. It's like 50-50, some people are saying it's good, some people are saying it's bad. Here's the thing. Sanguine Reveler is a card that exists, and that has seen no play whatsoever, which has a similar effect, but you get +2/+2 on a minion. I don't see why Grim Rally would be a card that would see play because of that. Crowd Roaster, 7 mana 7/4 neutral dragon, battlecry if you're holding a dragon, deal 7 damage to an enemy minion. Oh boy, that is quite the powerhouse. The thing is, there aren't a whole lot of 7 health minions that you'd want to kill. 6 health maybe, but after that you start to lose off on your battle cry effect a little bit. The powerful ones that you do want to kill off are ones that are 8 health usually, like Lich King or Ragnaros. So dealing 7 damage, you have to think about, is that really that good? To just like deal 7 to it and then keep it alive with 1 health, so then you have to spend another resource on it. You're either wasting value or you're not getting enough value out of this card. It's not like value overwhelming because there aren't a whole lot of 7 health minions. I don't think, at least. That said, it is a good card, I'd say, because like in the event that like your opponent buffs a minion or something. Crowd Ruster, interesting card. I'm excited to see if this actually like makes it into the dragon decks. Stampeding Roar, 6 mana druid spell. Summon a random beast from your hand and give it rush. So there's the obvious tempo swing where you Predatory Instincts your Tyrantus or another big beast, and then you Stampeding Roar it. So you only have a few beasts, and then you give them rush with their doubled health, which seems like it could actually really push this druid beast archetype in an interesting direction, because before it was more so mid-rangey. This is more so still mid-rangey, but in a different way. You want a few big beasts that you can just sort of cheat out, as opposed to something like Midrange Hunter, which has a lot of beasts and focuses on the beast synergies between them. I'd say be on the lookout for Stampeding Roar. Seems like it could be an interesting direction to push this beast druid archetype. And finally we have Akali the Rhino, 8 mana 5/5 warrior legendary beast. Rush an overkill, draw a rush minion, and give it +5/+5. So this is going to be really tough to get the overkill off on turn 8. Your opponent has to be playing something like Paladin, and like they have to be pushing the button in order to get the overkill effect off. And Paladin is getting more control-oriented types, so who knows if they'll even be able to push the button. That said though, if you get this overkill effect off, oh boy, drawing a rush minion and giving it +5/+5, that is ludicrous value. Imagine getting Darius Crowley. Just the tempo swing you can get is absolutely insane. I'm excited for this card personally. It's a tough card to pull off, but if it does pull off, it will be amazing, and it'll probably lead to some really fun highlight videos. And there you have it, those are all the cards revealed. If you do enjoy these videos, be sure to like and subscribe and do all that fun stuff that every YouTuber tells you to do. Until then, my name's been Zed. Take care all.